Anthony Edwards has 0 championships in his first 5 years in the NBA, but today we're changing that and making him the greatest player of all time. Entering the 2025-26 NBA season, we're going to give Anthony Edwards his first upgrade, and he's going to get +10 to all his playmaking attributes. And that's going to move him up from a 94 to a 95 overall. And in his first season with his new upgrades, he's on the All-NBA second team. He averaged 30.6 rebounds and 4 assists per game, and he led the Timberwolves to 64 wins, but they're the 2 seed. And with a record this good, the Timberwolves would beat the Nuggets and the Spurs in 6 to make the conference finals. But they're not playing the Mavericks because they lost in the first round to an 8 seed. And after an easy playoff run so far, the conference finals is where the Timberwolves would crumble. They end up getting swept by the 4 seed Thunder, and now they have to wait till next season for a chance at a championship. Okay, how did an 8 seed Bulls team just win the finals? They were 2 games above 500 and just won the finals. What? But at the start of his second season, Anthony Edwards is up to a 97 overall. And that's before we give him his upgrade for season 2, and he's going to be getting +20 to his finishing attributes now. And that's going to bring Anthony Edwards to a 98 overall. So now after being tied for the best player in the league, Anthony Edwards is going to lose the MVP race to Wemby. But he's on the All-NBA first team this season, and he's up to 33 points per game. And as for the Timberwolves, they're the 2 seed again, this time behind a 69-win Spurs team. The Timberwolves easily swept their way past the first round, and gentlemen swept in the second round. So now they're back in the conference finals, this time against the 1 seed Spurs. And this Spurs team is stacked. They pretty much have the same team, but they added John Collins, Christian Brown, and Derek Queen. And this series looked promising for the Timberwolves, but the Spurs are going to force a Game 7. And with the trip to the finals on the line, we have a close Game 7. Julius Randle's going to make his way into the paint, and he finds Naz Reid for the dunk. All the Timberwolves have to do is hold this lead. De'Aaron's going to take the mid-range, and he makes it a 1-point game. I don't know why they don't have Anthony Edwards in the game. He must have fouled out. Julius Randle's going to take the post fade, and we're back to a 3-point game. De'Aaron on the ISO again to get by Keon Ellis, and he's fouled. De'Aaron Fox's first free throw's up, and he knocks it down. And to bring it back to a 1-point game, his second free throw's good. And Anthony Edwards isn't in the game. He must have fouled out. Now we have Julius Randle on the ISO, and thank goodness that's not a charge. That could have been terrible. They're going to go back down low to Julius Randle. He's in a fake, and I don't know what he's doing now. He's going to force up the layup, and he's so lucky he got fouled there. Julius Randle's first free throw's up, and he knocks it down. And his second free throw's up, and it's good. Less than a minute to go for the Spurs. De'Aaron Fox is going to use the Wemby screen, and we're back to a 1-point game. It feels like everybody's making everything. Julius Randle blows by, and he gets a putback dunk on his own miss. That was super clutch. The Spurs might need a 3 here. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to inbound it to Stephon Castle. He's going to use the Wemby screen and pop it back out to Wemby, and he ties the game up with 17 seconds. So now the Timberwolves are going to get one last shot here, and they don't even have their best player in the game. Malik Beasley's going to throw it down low to Julius Randle. 3 seconds to go. He's getting clamped up. He's going to have to force up the layup, and we're going into overtime. If you made it this far into the video, 98% of people who watch me aren't subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you're not one of them. And in overtime, the Timberwolves are going to blow it. This is the closest they've been so far, but in the finals, the Spurs are going to win in 7. So now heading into season number 3, we need to give Anthony Edwards another upgrade, and he gets +1 to all his finishing badges. And that's going to bring him up to a 99 overall. But even with that being the case, Wemby's going to win back-to-back MVPs. Anthony Edwards doesn't even make an All-NBA team. He averaged 28.7 rebounds and 4 assists per game. But the Timberwolves are down to the 4 seed. They're going to easily make it out of the first round against the 5 seed Warriors. And in the second round, they're somehow in a close series against the 1 seeded Spurs. This team is going to be hard to beat. And Game 5 got close towards the end, but the Timberwolves are going to take a 3-2 lead. And in Game 6, the Timberwolves are making a second half push. They have 1 minute to make something happen. Stephon Castle on the ISO. Jaden McDaniels is in a pickup, and Stephon Castle's getting clamped up. He's going to swing it to De'Aaron Fox for the layup, and DeJounte's going to get the stop. So now we have DeJounte on the ISO, trying to get past De'Aaron Fox. He spins his way into the paint, and he's going to miss the layup. Now they desperately need a stop here. Stephon Castle's going to make his way into the paint, and he gets fouled. A missed free throw here would be huge. His first one's good, and to put the Spurs up by 3, his second free throw's good. So now with 28 seconds to go, the Timberwolves have one last chance to make something happen. DeJounte's going to try to spin his way into the paint. He's kind of getting clamped up by De'Aaron. Julius Randle on the ISO, trying to make his way into the paint. He's blocked, and Naz Reid is just barely gonna grab the board. Now we have Malik Beasley swinging it back to Naz Reid, and he ties the game up. Now with 7 seconds to go, the Timberwolves need a stop to force overtime. Stephon Castle on the iso's gonna pull the deep three, and it's gonna roll in. So now the Timberwolves only have 3 seconds left. DeJounte's gonna have to chuck up the full court shot. It almost goes in, but now we're going to a game 7. That was so close. All that shot needed was a little more power. And the Timberwolves really blew it by losing that game, because in game 7, they're gonna lose by 17 and they're eliminated. Oh my gosh, nobody had more than 15, and Anthony Edwards only had 13. They just went out sad. And of course, the Spurs are gonna sweep in every series except the one against the Timberwolves. So at the start of season 4, we're gonna need a big upgrade for Anthony Edwards, and he gets plus 10 to his defensive attributes. Anthony Edwards doesn't make the All-NBA team again, and he's all the way down to 26 points per game, and the Timberwolves are the 4 seed again, and they just keep getting worse. They went from losing in the conference finals to the second round to now the first round. And of course, Wemby's gonna three-peat in the finals. Anthony Edwards is supposed to become the GOAT, but low-key Wemby's on his path. At the start of season 5, Anthony Edwards is already 28 years old. So to up the stakes, if the Timberwolves beat the Spurs in the first game of the season, they get to trade for any of their players except for Wemby. This might be the most important game of Anthony Edwards' career. But before we do that, let's give Anthony Edwards another upgrade. Let's just go at number 5, and he gets plus 1 to all his finishing badges again. Hopefully that can help him dunk on Wemby or something. And with less than 2 minutes to go, the Timberwolves are only down by 1. We have DeJounte Murray guarding De'Aaron Fox, and he almost throws a turnover, and Naz Reid can't get the stop. This legitimately might be the first game we've hopped into where Anthony Edwards is actually in the game, but they're not even going to swing him the ball. DeJounte Murray's going to take the 3, and it's off. As long as he can clamp up De'Aaron Fox, I won't be mad at him, but he's kind of getting cooked. De'Aaron's going to make his way into the paint, but he's going to miss the layup. Now we have Anthony Edwards on the break. He's struggling to get into the paint, but he finds DeJounte, and we have a 1-point game. Come on, DeJounte, let's get another stop here. De'Aaron's going to try to blow by him. Julius Randle helps, and now we have De'Aaron taking the floater. It's off, and DeJounte gets the board. Okay, DeJounte, you've been cooking on defense. Let's see if you can cook on offense. He's going to spin into the paint, and he's fouled by Wemby. So now he has a chance to give the Timberwolves the lead here. He ties the game up, and to put them up 1 with 28 seconds, his second free throw's good. De'Aaron Fox on the ISO again, getting clamped up by DeJounte. He's going to pass out. Now we have Stephon Castle getting clamped up by Anthony Edwards. He swings it to Newell, who's not going to pull the 3, but he finds Wemby, and he's going to make the and 1 dunk. So now with just 9 seconds on the clock, the Spurs are up by 2. 6 seconds to go. DeJounte's going to take the 3 over De'Aaron. I don't like that shot, and he just cost us getting a player from the Spurs. Unless they miss one of these free throws, Stephon Castle's first free throw is going to miss. So the Timberwolves are still alive here because they have a timeout, and they have to make a 3 here. Julius Randle on the inbound finds Naz Reid. Bro, take a step back. What is he doing? He's not even going to get a shot off, and the Spurs are going to win. Wemby's going to win his 3rd MVP. It might be time to take matters into our own hands. How did the Spurs win 76 games? Anthony Edwards is finally back on an All-NBA team, and he's up to 28.6 rebounds and 4 assists per game. But in the playoffs, the Timberwolves are the 7th seed, but they're going to lose in 5 to the Thunder. And of course, the Spurs are going to win their 4th championship in a row. At the start of season number 6, let's just go with number 6 on the board, and Anthony Edwards gets plus 1 to all his playmaking badges. Anthony Edwards is finally going to win an MVP, averaging 33 points per game, and the Timberwolves are way better than last season. They're the 2 seed in the West. And the Timberwolves are going to beat the Pelicans in 5 and Rockets in 6 to take on the Spurs in the conference finals. This Spurs team went to a game 7 in the first round, so they're definitely beatable. And the Timberwolves just had a 3-1 lead in the series, but if the Spurs take game 6, they can force a game 7. Jokic is going to use the pick and roll. He makes his way towards the paint. He's going to get blocked, but Derek Queen gets the board in the putback, and he somehow misses the putback. I'm surprised DeJounte's still on the team. He's going to pull up from 3 on the fast break. What is that? Now the Spurs have De'Aaron on the break. He's going to take the post fade over Ant, and he gives the Spurs the lead. Now we have Anthony Edwards on the easy ISO, and he's going to dunk on De'Aaron. Jokic is going to use the screen from Derek Queen. It doesn't really get him anywhere, and DeJounte's going to get the steal. Now we have Anthony Edwards on the fast break, driving past De'Aaron. He's going to pull the mid-range. I don't know what type of shot that is, but we have Will Riley getting the board, and Charles Bassey missing the layup. That was a crazy missed opportunity, and now we have Derek Queen with 3 seconds left. He swings it to De'Aaron. De'Aaron's going to have to force up the shot over Anthony Edwards, and he knocks down the 3 for the lead. So now the Timberwolves have 30 seconds to make something happen. Anthony Edwards is driving past Stephon Castle. He takes the layup, and it's off. So now the Timberwolves have to foul. We have Newell at the free throw line. His first one's good. And to give the Spurs a 4-point lead, his second free throw's good. So at this point, the Timberwolves have 20 seconds left. DeJounte and Charles Bassey's pick and roll not going to do anything. He's going to go into the paint for the layup, and the Timberwolves have to foul again. De'Aaron Fox, please just miss one of of your free throws, his first one's good. And to put the Spurs back up by 4, his second one's good. The Timberwolves have no timeouts. Will Riley on the ISO. He's enough pass out of the shot. He swings it to Chris Murray, the deep 3, it's off. And the Spurs are going to force a game 7. They were in this position before. Hopefully they don't blow it again. And the Timberwolves are finally going to get past the Spurs and make the NBA Finals. And in the Finals, the Timberwolves are going up against LaMelo Ball and the Knicks. And this final series has been back and forth from being tied up at 1 to being tied up at 2. And in Game 5, the Timberwolves are going to go up 3-2, winning by 10 points. Oh my gosh, they had 4 people put up 24 or more. And then all their other bench guys just played terrible. So at this point, we're in our 6th season, and Anthony Edwards is already 29, but now he's just 1 win away from winning his first championship. And in Game 6, the Timberwolves are making a late game comeback. We have a 3-point game. 1 minute to go, we have Anthony Edwards being guarded by LaMelo Ball. He's gonna fake the 3. He swings it to Chris Murray. 10 seconds left. They're going to swing it to Will Riley. Not really much going on offense, but he finds Anthony Edwards, and he gets fouled by LaMelo. Come on, Ant. Let's make these 2 free throws. His first one's going to miss. And to make it a 2-point game, his second free throw's good. A stop here would be big for the Timberwolves. And now we have DeJounte Murray guarding LaMelo instead of Anthony Edwards. LaMelo's pick and roll is not going to get anywhere. They only have 5 seconds left, and he is getting clamped up by DeJounte Murray. It looks like he's going to have to force a shot up, but he gets into the paint, and he's going to miss the layup. Less than 30 seconds to go. They're going to throw it down low to Charles Bassey, to Anthony Edwards, the layup. Why did he shoot that? Now they have to foul. They have to pray for a missed free throw here. G.G. Jackson at the line. He's going to miss the first one. That is a huge miss. Now his second free throw's up, and he knocks it down to put the Knicks up by 3. Charles Bassey's going to find DeJounte Murray off the inbound, and he's going to miss the 3. They get the rebound, though. And now we have Anthony Edwards with 10 seconds left. Sizing up on Mikal Bridges. He takes the 3, and he ties the game up with 5 seconds. 5 seconds to go. All the Timberwolves have to do is play defense here. LaMelo Ball being guarded by DeJounte. He's going to have to pull the mid-range. It's off, and we're going into overtime. And in overtime, we still have a close game. The Timberwolves are up by 1 with 2 minutes to go. Anthony Edwards on the ISO, trying to get past Mikal Bridges, forces up the layup, and he can't grab the rebound. Now we have Jalen Brunson on the fast break, and he makes the layup to give the Knicks the lead. Now we have Anthony Edwards trying to ISO Mikal Bridges. They're sending bodies. Cat's gonna pick up. Anthony Edwards bodies him, and he gives the Timberwolves the lead back. And he has 50 points. The only problem is both teams are scoring. There's been no defense, and Jalen Brunson's gonna get an open 3. He's gonna miss it though. Now we have Anthony Edwards on the break, driving past G.G. Jackson, and he throws down the dunk. Jalen Brunson's gonna use the screen from G.G. Jackson. He pulls the mid-range, it's off, and the Timberwolves get the board. This is looking really good for them. DeJounte's gonna get in the paint and take the layup. The Timberwolves are up 5. Why do I feel like the Knicks are about to make a crazy shot here? We have Mikal going into the paint for the spin layup, and we're back to a 3-point game. Anthony Edwards has a chance to hit the dagger here. He's gonna drive right past Mikal. They send the help. He spins into the paint, and he's gonna miss the layup, and he just barely gets the rebound. He hits Will Riley for 3. It's off, and the Knicks still have a chance. Karl Anthony Towns is gonna get his man jumping, and he drives into the paint, but he's gonna miss the layup. He gets the rebound, and he makes the putback. Now they have to foul. So now we have DeJounte Murray going to the line instead of Anthony Edwards. He makes the first free throw though, and his second free throw's up, and he knocks it down. The Knicks have no timeouts here. They have 4 seconds left. Jalen Brunson's gonna swing it to G.G. Jackson for the deep 3, and he ties the game up with 1 second left. So unless the Timberwolves score here, we're going into double overtime. We have Chris Murray on the inbound. He finds Anthony Edwards, the deep 3, and we're going into double OT. And in double overtime, the Timberwolves are gonna run away with it and win the NBA Finals. Anthony Edwards dropped 54 in Game 6 to win the Finals MVP. And now at the start of season number 7, Anthony Edwards gets +10 to his shooting attributes. The Timberwolves are 20-30 at the trade deadline. They're the 13th seed. So I think it's time to spin the wheel and see where we're trading him. And it looks like Anthony... Okay, he's not going to the Timberwolves. He's already there. Let's see. He's gonna go to the Lakers. As of right now, the Lakers are the 5th seed in the West. And I have no idea how this roster's a 5 seed. They look stacked. They have 3 players 90 overall or better, and then they have a bunch of people 87 overall or better. And Wemby's back to winning MVPs. Anthony Edwards is on the All-NBA 3rd team after winning MVP last season, and he's down to 28 points per game. But he helped the Lakers go from the 5 seed to the 3 seed. But even though they were the favorite to make it out of the first round, they're in a Game 7 against the Warriors. And the Lakers are cooked. Anthony Edwards is gonna need a full season with them before he wins anything. And the Spurs are gonna win another championship. Wemby's already up to 4 MVPs and 5 rings. Let's give Anthony Edwards another upgrade, and he's gonna get plus 10 to his finishing attributes. Finally, Wemby's not the one winning MVPs, and Anthony Edwards is on the All-NBA third team. He averaged 29.6 rebounds and 5 assists per game. And the Lakers are the 5 seed. They have to go up against the Thunder in the first round. And this is gonna be a hard team to beat. This Thunder team is overpowered. How are the Lakers up 3-0? And in game 4, they're gonna just win by 1 point to complete the sweep because Anthony Edwards dropped 40 on them. But now we have to play the 1 seed Spurs. Okay, what's going on? The Lakers are up 2-0. I have no idea how the Lakers just had 2 sweeps. So now in the conference finals, they have to go up against this 2 seed Rockets team. And it looks like this is where the Lakers' luck is gonna run out. This time, they're the ones being swept. And after another season of disappointment, Devin Booker, Jaren Jackson, and Kyrie are all getting worse. Let's hope this next upgrade can help with that. Let's go with number 60 on the board, and he gets plus 10 to his finishing attributes again. This guy's gonna win back-to-back MVPs. And Anthony Edwards is on the All-NBA second team. He's up to 30 points per game. And the Lakers are the 2 seed. The Lakers are gonna beat the Thunder in the first round, but in the second round, they have a rematch against the team they lost to last season. And the Lakers were just up 3-1, but now we're going to a game 7. And in game 7, the Rockets are having a fourth quarter comeback. So now all the Lakers have to do is hold this lead. Anthony Edwards puts them up by 2. And to give the Lakers a 3-point lead, his second free throw's good. Morris Sr.'s the one who won the Finals MVP last year, and he's gonna get to the paint for the easy dunk. He only has 23 points in this game, but he dropped 50 in game 5. I don't know why Mark Williams has the ball at the 3-point line. They're gonna swing it to Morrison. He has 4 seconds left. The size up, the mid-range, and it's off. But Mark Williams grabs the rebound, and he finds a wide-open Anthony Edwards, who puts the Lakers up by 4. And he has 41 on the night. AJ Mitchell's gonna use the screen. He's gonna get a wide-open 3, and it's off. Thank goodness he missed that, because that shot would have been huge. And now we have Devin Booker going for a 3-pointer. He's gonna miss. Mark Williams can't get the rebound, and that's Rockets ball. Morris Sr. on the ISO again. He's gonna make his way towards the paint, and he's gonna make the tough shot. Anthony Edwards is gonna use the screen from Tari Eason. He's gonna pull the deep 3. That is not the shot. Now the Rockets could tie the game up here with a 2, or take the lead with a 3. And Cason Wallace is gonna make his way towards the paint. He swings it out. Holland's gonna pull the mid-range, and it's off. The Rockets have to foul. So now we have Devin Booker at the free throw line. His first one's good. And to give the Lakers a 4-point lead, his second free throw's good. The Rockets still have 7 seconds, though. They're going to swing it to AJ Mitchell for the 3, and he knocks it down over D-Book. So now the Rockets have to foul. We have Devin Booker back at the line, and he knocks down the first one. And to put the Lakers up by 3, his second free throw's good. The only problem is the Rockets have 4 seconds left. They have no timeouts. AJ Mitchell's gonna have to pull the 3 over Devin Booker, and the Lakers are gonna take game 7, and they're moving on to the conference finals. Anthony Edwards carried, dropping 41. And now in the conference finals, they're either playing the 1 seed or the 4 seed, and it looks like they're gonna be playing the 4 seed Suns. And this team actually looks pretty good, especially their bigs. Anthony Edwards is averaging 33 and 7 in the series, but it's all tied up at 2. And game 5 was super back and forth, but the Lakers ran away with it late in the fourth quarter. Morrison had 27, Anthony Edwards had 26, and now they're just 1 win away from making the finals again. And in game 6, the Lakers are easily going to run away with the win, so now they're back in the finals going up against the 76ers. They have a 99 overall who's won 2 MVPs already, and just like last series, this series started out 2-2. But in game 5, the Lakers would have a terrible first quarter. They're going to lose the game by 25. Anthony Edwards dropped 32, but he didn't have much help, and Humphries put up a 34-point near triple-double. So now in order to win the finals, the Lakers have to win 2 games in a row. And this was definitely looking possible because they're going to take game 6 by 8 points. Anthony Edwards had 35 and Morrison had 33. We just need one more game of them both playing like this. So now it all came down to one final game. And in this game 7, it was back and forth all game. But in the fourth quarter, the Lakers found themselves down 1 with 2 minutes to go. And right off the bat, we have Dalton Knecht getting clamped up. He's going to make his way into the paint. I don't know what that was. It looked like a shot. But Mark Williams has 5 seconds to go. He swings it to Anthony Edwards. 3 seconds to go. He's going to have to force up the contested shot. It's off, and Mark Williams can't get the board. Now we have Tyrese Halliburton being guarded by Mark Williams. I hate that mismatch. And he's going to make the 3 to put the Sixers up by 4. Anthony Edwards, we might need you to do the same thing here. He's going to make his way into the paint, and we have a 2-point game. He only has 13 points on the night. Tyrese Halliburton's going to use the screen from the MVP. He gets another 3, and it's in and out this time. Now we have Tari Eason pushing the break. He's going to swing it to Anthony Edwards. What shot was that? I don't know what he was doing. He could have gotten a way better shot. And now they're going to go down low to the MVP. They have to double him. He takes the hook and it almost misses, but he puts the Sixers up by 4. We're going to need a big shot from the Lakers here. Anthony Edwards is going to drive past Ace Bailey. He's going to take the fade, and it's in and out. They have to foul now. So now the Sixers have Tyrese Halliburton at the line. His first free throw's good, and to put them up by 6, his second free throw's good. Now the Lakers have 19 seconds to go, down 6. Devin Booker's going to use the screen for Mark Williams. He gets a wide open 3, and he knocks it down. But now they have to keep playing the foul game. So it's going to be Tyrese Halliburton back at the free throw line. His first one's good, and to put the Sixers up by 5, his second free throw's good. So the Lakers are down by 5 now. They have no timeouts. Dalton Connect has to force up the 3, and we have a 2-point game. I know they have to foul again, but if they miss a free throw, the Lakers could tie it with a 3. So we have Halliburton at the line for a third time. His first free throw's good. Please just miss one free throw. His second one's up, and he makes it. And just like that, the Lakers are going to lose in Game 7 of the Finals. Anthony Edwards had a stinker. He had 13 points, and he shot 5 for 20. Let's give Anthony Edwards another upgrade because he sure needs it, and he gets +1 to all his shooting badges. Anthony Edwards wins the Clutch Player of the Year, so he finally has an award other than his one MVP, and he finished 4th in MVP. And the Lakers are the 4 seed. He probably could have won MVP if they were the 1 seed. And the Lakers might be cooked. They're going to get swept by the Jazz in the first round. And Wemby's going to go on to win his 6th championship. Season number 11, things aren't looking great for Anthony Edwards. He's 34 years old and probably going to start regressing soon. But let's see if we can get a good upgrade to help him out. He's going to get +1 to all his finishing badges. I feel like we've gotten that one so many times. And after 4 seasons and 1 finals appearance with the Lakers, Anthony Edwards is requesting a trade because they're 27 and 23 at the trade deadline. So to see what team he's going to, we're going to bring out the wheel again. And it looks like he's not going back to the Timberwolves. Why do we keep landing on this? And for his second trade, he's going to be sent to the New York Knicks. And this has to be the deepest team he's played on so far. They're 10th best players and 86 overall. And they're also the 2 seed in the East. They're only half a game back from the 76ers. And with the addition of Anthony Edwards, he's going to win an MVP on the Knicks. And that's because he led them to the 1 seed in the East. They finished the season with 57 wins, 5 games ahead of the Sixers. And of course in the conference finals, we have a Knicks vs Sixers matchup. And with the series being tied up at 2, the Knicks are going to blow out the Sixers to take a 3-2 lead. And it was LaMelo Ball that led the way, dropping 31 points. So now they're just 1 win away from making the finals. And in Game 6, we would have another blowout, but this time in favor of the Sixers. Anthony Edwards had 20, LaMelo only had 13, and Humphries and Ace Bailey carried them. So now we're back into Game 7, and with less than 2 minutes to go, the Knicks are down by 3. LaMelo's gonna ISO, and he's gonna pull the mid-range, and it just barely rolls in. We have a 1-point game. Now we have Ace Bailey on the ISO, getting past his defender, and he puts him on a poster. Now we have LaMelo on the ISO again, and he gets a backcourt violation. What is he doing? I totally forgot the 76ers have Tyrese Halliburton. He's gonna make his way into the paint. He swings it out to an open Ace Bailey, and he puts the Sixers up by 6. We're gonna need the Knicks to score here. LaMelo's gonna ISO again and take a terrible shot, but he's gonna make the layup. And this game is super back and forth with not many stops. We have Tyrese on the ISO. He's gonna pull the 3, and he's gonna miss. The Knicks just need to keep going crazy on offense here. No stupid turnovers from LaMelo. He's gonna use the screen from Karl Anthony Towns and take the mid-range, and it's off. So now the Knicks are gonna full court press. They're not gonna foul, and they're leaving people open. What are they doing? This is really bad. We're back to a 6-point game, and it looks like LaMelo's gonna ISO again. Please don't force up the shot. I don't know what he's doing. They're gonna find Anthony Edwards. He's gonna pull the 3 over Ace Bailey. It's off. And the Knicks are going to lose in Game 7. That was a terrible way to go out, and Anthony Edwards only had 19, and he was their leading scorer. Cat only had 14, LaMelo only had 9, and they could have had a chance at a ring, but the 76ers are going to go on to win. And in season number 12, Anthony Edwards isn't dropping yet. Let's see if we can get him another good upgrade, and he's going to get +1 to his shooting badges. Anthony Edwards is going to finish 2nd in MVP, averaging 32 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. This Humphries guy is just way too good. The Knicks are the 4 seed in the East. They just blew out the Hawks in a Game 7, but now they have to go up against the Sixers. I'm afraid this is not going to go well, and they just got swept. So now the Sixers are going to go on to win another championship. This guy just won his 5th MVP. Anthony Edwards finished 3rd in MVP though, and he averaged 35, 5, and 6 and still didn't win the award. Let's see what seed the Knicks were. The Knicks were the 3rd seed and the Sixers were the 2nd seed. They both make it out in 6, and now we get to see them match up in the 2nd round. The fact that they just have 2 99s is so overpowered. We have a 2-2 series after 4 more games. And in game 5, it's all Sixers. This one was over since the second quarter. Bro, only 2 people dropped more than 11, and they shot 13% from 3. This team is hopeless. They're gonna force a game 7 though. Anthony Edwards had 30, LaMelo had 17 and 11, and Humphries shot terrible. He shot 5 for 19. Hopefully he can shoot like that for one more game. We have a 6-point game. We have a 4-point game. If it's 3 or less, we're hopping in. And with a minute and a half to go, the Knicks need to retake the lead. Perkins on the drives and a force up the terrible floater. Bro, I don't get why they take these kinds of shots. Now we have Ace Bailey on the ISO. He's gonna throw it down low to Humphries, and they're up by 5 now. Perkins on the drive is gonna take the dunk. We're back to a 3-point game. Ace Bailey's gonna use the screen from Humphries. He gets a wide open mid-range, and we're back to a 5-point game. The Knicks really need to score here, and then they need to get a stop. Now we have Perkins with the ball. He's gonna get fouled. He's so lucky that's a foul, and Humphries fouled out. That's huge. So now we have Perkins at the line. His first free throw's good, and to cut the Sixers lead down to 3, his second free throw's good. So now the 76ers really only have Ace Bailey to rely on, but he is a 99 overall. I feel like he's about to do something crazy here. He can't seem to get into the paint, and they're gonna force up the layup, and the Knicks get the board. All they have to do is not miss this next shot. Perkins is gonna drive in, and he makes the layup. We have a 1-point game. Ace Bailey being guarded by Anthony Edwards is gonna take the layup, and it's off. The Knicks have a chance here. Gonzalez on the ISO is gonna blow right by his man, and he puts the Knicks up. One stop is all the Knicks need here. I don't like the fact that Ace Bailey's a lot taller than Anthony Edwards. He's gonna make his way into the paint, and he's gonna make that shot. So now the Knicks have no timeouts. They have 4 seconds left. They're gonna have to chuck up the half-court shot. It's way off, and the Sixers are gonna win in game 7. And the Lakers are gonna go on to win the chip. Anthony Edwards should have stayed. No way, Luka ended up retiring with the Mavericks. Anthony Edwards is still not dropping. I mean, I guess he is, but because of all the upgrades, he's still a 99. And we're gonna give him another upgrade here. Let's just click 33, and we can do any trade. So we can really trade for all these guys here, but I don't want to trade for Humphries because if he wins with Anthony Edwards, his chances of being the GOAT go up. Same with Wemby. He also has an amazing resume. And I was going to trade for Ace Bailey. He has no MVPs, but he has 3 rings and 5 Defensive Player of the Years. So I think we're either going to go with this guy, Cody Bradley. He was the first pick in 2027, and he is insane. We could go with Cade Cunningham. He dropped off a little bit, though. And then we could go with Cooper Flagg, who's on the same team as Cade. Wait, I just realized all 3 of these guys are on the same team. How did they not just win a ring? And the Knicks only have an 82 overall Sar at center. So because of that, we're going to trade for this 99 overall center. And this team looks much better with Bradley at center instead of Sar. And in Bradley's first game, the Knicks are going to win. Anthony Edwards had 36, Bradley had 20 and 11, but he shot 2 for 17 and took all 3s. I didn't even realize he could hit 3s like that. Let's see if he at least does better in his second game. There we go. He put up 28 and 11 and shot 10 for 16. That's much better. Anthony Edwards is finally going to win his 3rd MVP, averaging 36 and 6, and he's also going to win the Clutch Player of the Year. Wow, he really should have stayed on the Lakers. The Knicks are the 2 seed and the 76ers are the 1 seed again. Let's see if they can at least meet up in the conference finals. And they do meet up in the conference finals. The 76ers aren't that much better than the Knicks. And the Knicks take game 1. They blew them out. Anthony Edwards had 32 and Bradley had 30. This duo just needs to keep going crazy. They're going to lose game 2. And that's because Humphries had a 36-point triple-double. Anthony Edwards had 30, but Bradley only had 15. And in game 3, the Sixers are going to blow out the Knicks to take a 2-1 lead. Anthony Edwards had 32 and Bradley had 24. And how did they win by this much? I mean, I guess they just had way more help. And in game 4, we had another back and forth one until the 3rd quarter. The Sixers went insane. I don't even know what to say. These 2 guys are playing really good. But Humphries dropped 48 and 11 on them. And in game 5, it looked like the Knicks were easily going to stay alive. But that 3rd quarter from the Sixers was insane. The Knicks are only going to win by 2. Anthony Edwards 46, Bradley 34. And that was with Humphries and Ace Bailey going off. We just need these 2 to keep doing that. And in game 6, they're going to keep it going. Anthony Edwards dropped 48. And just like that, we're going to a game 7. And in game 7, the Sixers have a 2-point lead with 2 minutes to go. LaMelo Ball's going to throw it down low to Bradley. Bradley with the hook fake. I don't know what he's doing. He's going to have to go up with the shot. And he gets blocked. Now we have Ace Bailey on the break trying to get past Anthony Edwards. Scotty Barnes almost gets the steal, but he gets the stop. And Ace Bailey flies in for the putback. And they're going to go back down low to Bradley. He's going to take the post fade this time. And we have a 2-point game. And it looks like they're going to go down low to their big man too. He's going to try to score on Bradley and he gets fouled. That was a terrible foul. Now we have Humphries at the line. He knocks down the first free throw. He already has 42 points and he makes his second free throw. We need something big from the Knicks here. Anthony Edwards is going to ISO on Ace Bailey. He makes his way towards the paint. He's going to take the layup and he's fouled. That is a lucky foul call. So now he gets to make this a 2-point game if he makes both. His first one's good, and his second free throw's up, and we have a 2-point game. Both teams just keep going down low to their bigs. Humphries is going to take the fade, and it's off. So now we have Anthony Edwards on the fast break. He throws it down low to Bradley, and we have a tie game. They're going to inbound it to Tyrese Halliburton, and he's going to use the screen and pull the three, and it's in and out. That is a huge miss. The Knicks could potentially make the finals here. They're going to swing it to LaMelo. LaMelo's going to drive into the paint, and he takes a terrible shot, but it goes in. Tyrese Halliburton's going to use the screen from Ace Bailey. He throws it down low to Humphries. Humphries with the deep post hook, and he's going to tie the game up. LaMelo Ball with less than 10 seconds to go. Throws it down low to Bradley. He's going to take the post fade right away, and he gives them a 2-point lead. The 76ers have no more timeouts. They're going to have to pull a deep three. It's off. And the Knicks are moving on to the finals. Humphries had 45 and 16, but Bradley had 44 and Anthony Edwards had 42. So now in the finals, the Knicks are going up against the Lakers. Bronny and Lou Morrison are the only people that were on the team when Anthony Edwards was. Why couldn't they have gotten this good when he was on the team? Game 1's gonna go to the Knicks. They had a really good first and fourth quarter, and Bradley, LaMelo, and Anthony Edwards all dropped 30. Game 2 was a little closer, but not close enough. The Lakers tie it up at 1. Morrison and Caver both dropped 37 on them. Vucevic Jr. is on the team. And in game 3, we have a blowout. The Knicks are going to go up 2-1. And Anthony Edwards dropped 50. Bradley had 37 and 10. And that's really good that they won with Caver dropping 38. And in game 4, it's kind of close, but the Lakers are running away with it. They're going to tie the series up at 2. Anthony Edwards only had 19 and LaMelo had 13. So now we have a 2-2 series. Whoever wins 2 more games wins the finals. And the Lakers are starting to make a fourth quarter comeback. The Knicks are only up by 2, but they're going to find Bradley. He misses the layup, but he makes the putback to put them up by 4. And Anthony Edwards is guarding Morrison. They were a good duo on the Lakers, and Morrison's gonna cook him. Perkins is gonna use the screen from LaMelo. I don't know why LaMelo's setting screens. Now we have Bradley swinging it to Perkins. He's gonna go up for the layup, and he's fouled. So now he has a chance to put the team up 4. His first free throw's good, and to give the Knicks a 4-point lead, his second free throw's good. The Lakers are running out of time here. Bronny's gonna use the screen. He gets right by LaMelo, but he's gonna miss the wide open jumper. The Lakers have to foul here, and Anthony Edwards knocked down both free throws, so if the Lakers don't score here, it's over. Caver's gonna use the screen. It's not a very good one, but he throws it down low to the big, and they have to foul again. LaMelo knocked down both free throws. The Lakers get a deep 3. It's off, and the Knicks are gonna take a 3-2 lead in the series. Caver had 28, and Morrison had 26, but Anthony Edwards carried, dropping 48. He hit 10 threes, and in game 6, it was close until the fourth quarter. The Knicks are gonna win, and Anthony Edwards is gonna win his second championship. So Anthony Edwards now has 2 finals MVPs, but he's running out of time. On to the new season. Let's give Anthony Edwards another upgrade, and he's gonna get plus 20 to all his physicals. And Anthony Edwards is gonna win his 4th MVP, averaging 36 points per game. That's crazy. Him and Cody Bradley were 1st and 2nd in MVP as teammates, and Cody Bradley averaged 31 points and 12 rebounds. And the Knicks were the 1 seed, winning 63 games. The Sixers are down to the 3 seed, and the Knicks just had a really easy path to the final, playing a 7 and an 8 seed, and now they get a rematch against the Lakers. Game 1 was close, but the Lakers are gonna run away with it in the 4th. Anthony Edwards had 34, Bradley only had 24, and this is not a good start to the series. But in game 2, the Knicks are gonna win at home, and Bradley carried, dropping 48 and 14. And none of these games have been close so far. The Lakers are gonna take game 3. Bradley just had an amazing game last game, but this game he only had 15 points. He shot 6 for 20, and he didn't make a single 3. They have Shea on the Lakers now? He's 41 years old, and he's about to win a championship, unless the Knicks lock in here. And in game 4, they are gonna lock in. They have a really good second half. So now we have a 2-2 series, and in game 5, the Knicks are gonna blow out the Lakers and go up 3-2. And Anthony Edwards had 53 points. He shot 20 for 20 from the line. And in game 6, the Knicks are gonna run away with the game late in the fourth quarter. They're gonna win back-to-back championships, and Anthony Edwards is gonna win his 3rd championship. Anthony Edwards is 39 years old, so he could retire any season now. So on the board of upgrades, let's pick number 39, and he's gonna get plus 10 to all his shooting attributes. And at the age of 39, Anthony Edwards is gonna win his 5th MVP and his 3rd in a row. And the Knicks are gonna win 64 games. And with a record this good, the Knicks are pretty easily gonna make the conference finals. But it hasn't been easy for them. We have a 2-2 series. And in game 5, the Bulls are gonna blow out the Knicks. Cody Bradley had 33, Anthony Edwards only had 23, and now they're 1 game away from being eliminated. And with 2 minutes to go in game 6, the Knicks are down by 1. Gonzalez is gonna throw it down low to Bradley, and he's gonna get fouled. So he has a chance to give the Knicks the lead here. His first free throw's good, and Anthony Edwards is coming back in. And to give the Knicks the lead, his second free throw's good. Toole's gonna use the screen, and Anthony Edwards gets stuck, but he is gonna recover, and he's gonna get the stop. Now we have Bradley on the fast break. He's gonna make his way into the paint, and he gives the Knicks a 3-point lead. Toole's gonna find Marshall coming off the screen, and he hits the 3 to tie the game up. Now we have Anthony Black using the screen from Bradley. He's gonna throw it down low to him. Now we have Bradley in the post, taking the deep post hook. Why did he shoot that? That is not good. The Bulls can retake the lead here. Now we have Tool using the screen. He's gonna have to force the shot over Anthony Edwards, and it's off. Bradley's gonna get the board. So now the Knicks have 30 seconds to go, and Anthony Black's gonna knock down the three. The Bulls only have 20 seconds left to score here, and Randall's gonna get a wide open three, but he misses it, and they have to foul now. Anthony Edwards knocked down both free throws, and the Bulls have no time and no timeouts. They're gonna have to force up the deep contested three. It's off, but the Knicks don't get the rebound. The Bulls get another chance. They're gonna inbound it and get a wide open three from deep. And they're gonna miss again. The Knicks actually get the board this time, and they're gonna force a game 7. Anthony Edwards carried the team, dropping 49. And if they could win this game 7, that would be huge. And it looks like that second quarter is enough for the Knicks to move on to the finals. Bradley carried with 43 points and 17 boards. And the Knicks are back in the finals. This time they're going up against the Thunder. And they have Anthony Edwards' former teammate, Will Riley. Game 1's gonna go to the Knicks. This is a crazy blowout. And Anthony Edwards dropped 52 on them. Bro, game 2 looks like it's another blowout. It's basically over by halftime. They low-key started coming back in the third, but it's not close at all. Game 3, the Thunder are actually not down by too much at halftime, but they're gonna have a pretty bad fourth quarter, and the Knicks are gonna take a 3-0 lead. Bro, the Thunder are getting cooked. Anthony Edwards dropped 49. Game 4, the Knicks aren't gonna sweep. The Thunder finally win a game. Anthony Edwards dropped 52 and they lost. And that's because Farrell and Jace Richardson combined for 70. But in Game 5, it's back to reality for the Thunder, and the Knicks are gonna complete the three-peat, and Anthony Edwards is now a 4-time champion. Anthony Edwards really averaged 44 in the series. And just like that, he's gonna retire at the age of 39. He finishes his career with 5 regular season MVPs, 4 finals MVPs. His career high was 74. He has the most points in a playoff game ever, and he has the most points of all time with 49,000. That's crazy. He beat LeBron in points, and he also beat Steph Curry in threes. He's gonna get his number retired by the Timberwolves and by the Knicks. And with one more MVP, the same number of finals MVPs, and more career points than LeBron, I think Anthony Edwards is the GOAT. But if you want to see me make Steph Curry the GOAT, click the video on the screen right now.